I was born in Pakistan in a city which used to be the third largest city, Hyderabad. I grew up in a middle-class family. My dad was a teacher by profession. My mom was a teacher by profession. So pretty much all our house, we had books all over the place, you know, in every cabinet, under every chair, under every sofa. I used to break things up a lot. All my toys were all broken up because my dad would bring toys and I would just unscrew them and take them apart. And he used to sometimes get very upset and he used to say, Hassan, it's not going to break like that. Let me bring a hammer. You can smash it with a hammer easier. After completing my high school, I actually got a diploma in computer science, and that was like very early days of computer science. My sister, who was living in Bahrain, told me that, you know, there are good opportunities in the Middle East, maybe you want to come over there. I remember my first job in the general manager of the company. It was a software company, and he said, Hassan, I want you to go in front of the customers, but your English is not good. He gave me like 3 months to just get better in English. So I used to watch BBC. Like I would wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning and I would start watching BBC, and then during the lunch in Bahrain, it was common to have a siesta. So I would watch BBC then, and then I'll come back in the evening and I'll watch BBC again, and it was just like day and night. I came to Canada in 1994, and that's where I started my family. All my 3 kids were born in Canada. I worked at Kellogg's, then I started a company called Zentech Corporation. In 2002, after the bubble burst and all the problems that came with that for the technology company, I basically thought, okay, enough of doing the business, and maybe I should do something more meaningful. So I joined Toronto Zoo as their manager for IT and communication. I really enjoyed the learning over there. In 2003, I came to US for a conference on zoos and aquariums, and there was this small organization here in Minnesota who was at the conference, and they were talking about building this big system for all the zoos for them to be able to share their data worldwide. They had an opening for somebody to lead that project, and I applied for it, and I got that, and I came to US to really help zoos all over the world. Starting a company was never, it was never a dream. It was not like I'm going to have my own company ever. Even today, it's not. I mean, that's not really the driver. I always had problem with the status quo. For everything that is going on, I would always question why. That got me in a lot of trouble, by the way, in many places. So that curiosity leads you to think about why something is whatever it is, and then how do you change something, and I think that's my driver. IdeaGist is a virtual incubator for people with early stage ideas, the beginning. Not when you have something to show. When you have something to show, the whole world is going to go behind you if you have something interesting to show. When you have just an idea, there is very little help that you get. And that's where we would like to make a difference. We give them mentors, we give them process, we help them through that. We currently are hosting more than 2,000 ideas. The scale at which now we can help people through IdeaGist is just amazing, and that's what's exciting. I wake up like 5 o'clock in the morning and I go to bed at 10, and pretty much all that time is work. During the weekends, we try to, get family activities, play some games, watch TV, watch movies, things like that, like the American things that the American families would do. Entrepreneurship is a dance with success and failure, and it's a constant dance that you're dancing. And you can't have that unless you have something that is driving you, because very quickly you get bogged down by the failures that you are facing. You have to have that internal drive. I think that's an important thing I want to share with everybody who is thinking about starting a business.